Jack, we did this morning we did the men. We
Yep.
got so we were so excited. Yeah, your head looks weird.
I'm super shiny. Like I said,
It's not
hold on,
about being shiny. It's just you're just not an attractive man overall.
jeez, wow. That's mean.
Like you have a girlfriend, she's attractive. I guess she thinks you're a big Spartan deal, or
Yeah, considering she doesn't race OCR, that's a huge, huge deal for her. But
she knows that you almost made it past the first round of TMX.
yeah, I was one away. So Jesus, Matt, you're the things that I do for you to come home, and then I come home to
Dude,
this.
it's 8:46 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, that's so late. Jesus, how?
My wife is already in
Yeah.
Netflix and chill mode, which is what I am by this time of the evening.
Okay.
But listen, let's not, like you said, we do it for the people.
Yeah.
It's Tahoe fucking week,
Damn right.
which is why over at World's Toughest Podcast, they're putting out 5 episodes about World's Toughest Butter. That makes perfect sense.
We have to do 2 on Spartan Race World Championship.
Because the week of Tahoe, you should do WTM stuff. So listen, I want to tell you something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ended our last call with me not putting Johnny Lima in the top 5.
Literally the first thing I was going to mention as soon as you stopped your intro, I was about to say, are you actually going to pick smart this time or miss Johnny?
Which has had me spend probably, I'm going to say conservatively 20 to 25 minutes going over my picks and changing them multiple times.
Really?
Yes. This has been insane.
Isn't it so hard with 10? But like you can't.
I'm so glad you did it this way because it's awesome. Because really the only ones at this point that don't, quote unquote, don't matter, are like 9 and 10. The first 8 are like, fuck, forgot about that guy.
It's like, damn, what about Kempson? What about Killian? It's like, what about Veerman? You know, you're just having all these people who are fringe athletes for, in the past, but now they're legitimate contenders. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'll tell you this much. This is what I'll tell you. Oh my God, I just realized somebody I forgot again. Yep, I got to do it again. I just forgot Killian. I'm looking at Killian.
Forgot Killian?
And there's no line by him. All right, who's going to lose out then? Oh my God. I have.
Hey, you don't have to do it on the air. You don't have to finish your picks on the air, but who are you going top 3? That's all. You had your whole half a day to revise this. Are you putting Johnny in your top 3?
Johnny does make my top 3.
Okay, then who are you kicking out?
I don't even want to say it out loud.
Okay.
I'm so embarrassed.
But
here's
do you mind after the race if I publicly post your top 10 predictions?
Well, everybody's going to get their shown. Isn't that what they?
No. I don't post like your individual ballot. I post how many points you get, but I don't like reveal that.
Only if you're willing to post yours. Sure.
I will. Sure, absolutely. We'll do a comparison.
How about this?
Yeah.
I've got 3 of the 4 Ryans. I have 1 Ryan not making the top 10. How about that?
Which one?
I'm not telling you.
Okay. Can I message you after? Because I think that's.
Yeah. I think that. I mean that alone is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. I personally think you should put all 4 in there.
I would, except I already realized I forgot Killian.
But why am I giving you advice? You were the 13th best guesser in the entire contest last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we said that the first 2 are pretty much give-me's for everybody. Lindsay, Nicole. There's arguments to be made for a lot of people, but we're trying to save time or we'll be up all night.
Yeah.
Most folks would have Rebecca as the strong 3rd and maybe even the 2 spot, correct?
That is, I would say probably 3/4 of people have some combination of those 3 as the top 3 right now.
Now, I'm guessing the next picks are names that people know, like Faye or Alyssa, but Alyssa's not racing.
Correct. Yeah. So who would you pick as 4? I know that we did top 3 for the men as public knowledge and stuff, but I think that's where it really gets tricky for the women. I'll give you my reason after. I want to hear yours right off the bat because obviously I'll back it up with info. You'll just do it on opinion.
But my opinion got me 13th best last time.
That's true. Yeah, man. My opinion sucks. All right. But anyway, let's hear who you going with number 4, and I want a reason why.
I mean, I think a safe pick is Rhea, right?
You're picking Rhea
I'm saying a safe pick would be Rhea and Faye 4-5 in there, right? Wouldn't that be the safe pick?
I would personally go Faye. I think that
because Faye is peaking. Because Faye is peaking right now.
She had a strong
Utah.
Yeah, she's improved at least one place every single race in the U.S. Series this year.
Wait a minute. What was West Virginia?
Wasn't she like 4 or 5? I like I said, I just got back from the gym, so I don't have the numbers pulled up, but she was definitely like 4 or 5 at West Virginia.
Well, and she podiumed in Utah after having sort of an off year.
Yeah.
And she says, I think I got my training dialed in now, et cetera, et cetera. Right?
Yep. Yeah. So I think she started off the season really slow by her standards. She never gets 10th. She got like 10th or right around there in Jacksonville, and then had like an 8th place in Alabama. And people were like, she's done. That's it. Nell's here. Tia's here. Faye is a bum. She's out of here. But that was clearly not the case. And she's just improved a couple places: Seattle, Big Bear, West Virginia. And like I thought I remember her being like 4-5, or somewhere in that 3-4-5 range for the past couple of races off the top of my head. And what has she done at Tahoe in the past? I mean, last year she got 4th. She was less than a minute behind Zuzana for 3rd. And then she got 4th the year before, 2017. She had that she couldn't get the Hercoist when Alyssa caught her. And then she got 3rd place in 2016 in the burpee off. Like, she knows how to race at Tahoe. And 3 straight years of 4th or 3rd place, I would put her as my 4th place pick in this case, knowing that most likely it's going to be Lindsay, Nicole, and Rebecca as the top 3.
I mean, considering Rebecca hasn't raced, like, she clearly has shaken the rust off, as it were. But
did she race much last year before West Virginia? Did Hobie race a lot before he won the World Championship? It doesn't really matter. You can if you peak at the right time and you're fit, good things can happen.
Faye raced the Vermont Sprint just to kind of keep herself fresh, I guess. She won that.
Yeah, I think she was up there for a reason. And then, she just kind of wanted to do her, just test the obstacles one last time. But I don't think that she wanted to beat up her body for that, additional stimulus with 2 weeks to go before Tahoe. So I think she held back on that.
All right. So she's 4th in West Virginia, I'm seeing here. And I just want to take a quick stats here. So she was a good 4 minutes behind Rebecca and a good 13 minutes behind the winner, Lindsay.
Okay.
So does that change anything for you?
No, I'm still picking. I think Faye knows Tahoe just as well as anybody, and she's going to get at least no worse than 4th this week.
All right. So I'll throw some other names at you, and you tell me what you think. We're not necessarily going in order or whatever.
Can I give you my dark horse pick?
I was going to ask you about a couple, but go ahead.
Okay. No, go ahead. Who do you think?
Well, it's not about dark horse, but it's just a couple of names that people don't necessarily think of. One would be Leanne, right?
I think she's got a lot more respect this year.
Be right. She's not really a dark horse anymore.
Yeah.
How about your gal, Sarah Woodward, who was 7th last year?
She was 7th last year, 8th in 2017, and 9th in 2016.
Well, then she's due, right? She's
kind of decent, but no one ever talks about her.
Right. Why do we never hear about her? What's the rest of her year look like?
She doesn't do the U.S. Series, but I don't think that she's really raced this year.
Is she from out there? Sarah Woodward, if you're listening, or any of your family is listening.
I remember. Wasn't she on the New Jersey ESPN race last year? I think she won that really nasty cold race. I thought that she ended up beating Faye, and that was the one where Rhea struggled staying warm. But I thought that Sarah won that as well. But I don't think that she's raced a whole lot this year.
The only thing popping up on Athlinks is Colorado Rockies Spartan Beast. 2nd, but I don't even know if that's a Saturday or a Sunday. Let me see what the competition was.
I ran that. That was a Saturday.
Okay, and so she beat. Let's see who she beat on this race.
I think Casey Monroe ended up winning it, and then I think Casey ended up winning it.
Thank God for good old Athlinks.
Yeah, even though it's not user friendly, but that's a different topic.
Actually, Amanda.
Amanda Nadeau. Yeah. So she was actually one of the other dark horses that I mentioned. I forgot that she was at at Aspen. They moved her from Breckenridge this year, but she has been on fire this whole year. So I would put her as a top 10 threat for sure.
Who was your other dark horse female?
Non-American, Miriam Guillaume-Boisset. I think
what has she done in the past? I feel like that name is familiar.
She got 10th last year, 6th in 2017, 8th in 2016. She actually when she got 8th in 2016, she did like 240 burpees in the race. She was leading the race by something like 2 or 3 minutes, less than 45 minutes in. And like over Zuzana, over Lindsay. And that was the year that Zuzana won by like 12 minutes. And Miriam was way ahead of her, but that was like her first real, experience doing some harder obstacles and harder carries, and it just broke her down. Then last year, like I said, she got 6th, and then 10th last year, or 2 years ago, 6th and 10th last year. But she dominated the European Championship this year, and she set the single season record for the most podiums already. So I think that yeah.
What's the single season record?
Well, I remember making a post of it earlier. Check on my Instagram. It should be on there. Or give me 10 seconds. I don't have it pulled up, but I think it's something like 13 or 14. Nicole was really close as well this year. So I think that the two of them can I think that right now, 13 as of maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, Miriam had wins on the season, not just podiums. So she's up to, as of like about a month ago, she had 14 podiums on the year, and the record is 18 with Rhea Coble and Kelly Sullivan. Actually, you probably wouldn't have guessed that. But
no.
Yeah, but anyway, Miriam ended up doing that European Championship, which was in the Dolomites, and she ended up winning the Beast, and then by like 10 minutes, which is about the same margin of victory that Albin won the men's side on. She's obviously not Albin, but just 13 wins over the course of the year. I know she's not facing Lindsay and Faye and Nicole and everyone week in and week out because they don't have the same depth overseas, but she's brought it before, and I think that if she can minimize her burpees this year, she's definitely top 5 threat.
Quick side note, did you look at the WODs for the Tahoe face-off?
Oh, yeah. I actually was talking with the NC about that, and I think it's pretty awesome. So what are your thoughts on the 30-minute head start?
So I guess it was a way to make that part interesting because we know that the Spartans are going to win that. So
what if they told Hunter, hey, we're going to give you 80% of the weight for all the movements? That's kind of what they're doing, right?
You're saying that that's what they should do to even it out?
No, that would be the equivalent of it. It's like Hunter had to do the same full, overhead snatch weight at the CrossFit Games as everyone else.
So that's the key differentiator. It's still
say that word again. Say that word again.
Differentiator.
There we go. Good man.
Because I thought the same thing. It is still chip time. This is just an added layer of fun. So.
I trust me. I love the chase method, but I think that if they're really trying to compare, it's like 30 minutes head start. Come on, you're not running the same race.
But I'm saying it's still chip time. So if you finish 15 minutes ahead of Hunter, you didn't win.
Okay. It's stadium race type format. Yeah, I got you.
So exactly. Cause that's what I said. I was like, well, that's bullshit. Yep. So it's just a fun kind of a way to do it.
Yeah.
So,
and that'll prevent like Hunter, Isaiah, and Matt from kind of dogging it. And then they'll actually kind of have to push it a little bit and be just as tired relatively as the CrossFit guys, maybe.
Well, I'm throwing this out there. I put it on the Discord. Hot take. 1 of the 4 CrossFitters DNFs the Beast.
There are 4? I thought 3. Oh, 3 men and then is it Emma? Yeah. Okay.
So at least one of them will DNF the Beast.
No way. They're all finishing.
I'm telling you, man.
What do you think it'll be then? The swim?
They're going to come out of the swim, and they're going to fucking start, like, about 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, start walking sideways and have a hypothermia situation.
Maybe Randy Moss will be there and give him a jacket.
But seriously, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're joking around. You don't think Randy Moss is pretty fucking fit? And look what he did.
I know.
But I'm saying, like people are like, oh, they're tough, they're fit. I'm like, uh-huh. and they're running a 13-mile race, which they've never done in their fucking lives, and it's at elevation, and it's going straight up a mountain. It is it is going to be a shot, dude.
Oh, it's going to be, this would be like just bringing a reasonably fit person from they're not reasonably fit, but you know, they're some of the fittest in the world, but like just bringing someone who's never done a true like beast course from the gym, be like, hey, let's do this. We're going to Tahoe. That's a complete shock to the system.
Literally when you hit that water, okay, like, and you're not used to it, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we know CrossFit athletes are really good at swimming, so that'll help.
Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that any human, it's like watching just watch Shriveled Richard at Savage or Arctic Enema and the noises people make coming out of there because their body is just freaking the fuck out. And this is way worse because you actually have to do the swim. You can't just get in and out.
Nope. I hear you. I think just out of pride, none of them are going to DNF.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying quitting. They're not going to quit. Yeah. But if you're walking sideways and you can't answer questions,
and they medically pull you,
let's look at what's his name, right? Who this just happened to, right? This just happened to what's his name? Sawicki's boyfriend,
Tyler McCready.
That's not Sawicki's boyfriend.
Yes, it is.
Tyler McCready. Yes, Tyler McCready. Sorry,
I pronounced it correctly. My bad. Yeah.
It's 9 p.m. Eastern. It's very late for me.
It's late. Yeah.
Tyler's a fit guy, no?
He is. Yeah.
Tyler didn't know what fucking day it was. Tyler was napping on the side of the hill.
That's true.
Now, it could quote unquote happen to a lot of people, right? Mm-hmm. It happened to fucking Jung Young Pak at World's Toughest once. They literally found him like similar situation. He was sleeping on the side of the course because his body just freaked the fuck out.
But that's 8+ hours, 8 to 24 hours for like, you know, Killington Ultra Beast or World's Toughest Mudder versus maybe 3 low 3s, I'm assuming, for these guys. 3.5.
I guess that's a good point. When did he? It had to happen on his second lap, then I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
All right, I take my hot take back then.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's all right. You've been wrong before. You forgot about Johnny.
I forgot about Dre.
Yeah, damn right. 9.5 and 4 pennies, right? Anyway, so yeah, let's talk. Let's talk about the rest.
Weed every day.
Oh Jesus, where do we start? All right, event 2. You saw that 4 rounds, 12 ramp thrusters, 20 meter overhead lunge, 150-pound dead balls, and then 2 over the walls, then a couple walls. Do that 4 rounds. That's pretty good. I think that's actually going to favor some of the CrossFit guys.
Well, here's the interesting thing. There's no time caps on any of these. Like, there's no time cap on the Beast. There's no time cap on the WOD. So it seems like that's systematically not great.
How long do you think that's going to take you? 12 ramp thrusters. That's going to take you less than, because 12 ramp burpees takes about 45, 50 seconds, like during a race. That's, you know, a slower movement. Overhead lunges, I would say that's going to take in the 10 to 15 minute range, that whole thing. Hell's Hill, the one after that is probably going to favor OCR athletes and finally put a rest to the, everyone talks about you have to be bigger to be good at carries. I don't think so. I think this is going to be like, it's just proving that your cardio engine is what really drives being good at heavy carries.
So who do you see taking this then?
Hunter.
Okay.
Who was a better carrier than Hunter in his prime? I think one person on the planet was.
Mappy Davis?
No. You're right. You can't even carry your groceries, never mind a double sandbag.
Wow.
Yeah. You know how you started this interview off with me. I'm bringing it back. Yeah. No, I think actually the best heavy carrier in the sport is Austin Azar. Just based on what he is.
Austin Azar, is he running the Beast?
He is, yeah. He's had a top 10 before also.
I'm going to have to put him in my top 10.
Yeah,
he had a very disappointing last year though. He
was injured a lot last year. But he's had some solid finishes, like relative to the winners at the Whistler race recently. And so like he's definitely peaking around the right time. It's going to be nasty weather. Ran 100 miles in World's Toughest Mudder. So I think that he's got a reasonable shot of appearing in the top 10 again.
I mean, I guess with only 6 or 8 athletes, or however many athletes, I can't do math. Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter about the time, but I just feel like first of all, the beast could certainly be an issue, but second of all, like, what if somebody's just taking forever on one of these wads, and it's like,
how long do you think a double sandbag carry and some ground to shoulder overs will take? Like, these are going to be 10 to 15 minute workouts. They're not giving up. You've seen what they do in the CrossFit Games, and it's like, how do they walk after that? And then they just do the same like ridiculous workout 2 hours later. And I mean, these guys are designed to do high intensity 5 to 15 minute workouts that are just unfathomable half the time. And so I don't think that, yes, they'll be tired from the beast, and it's definitely going to be something they've never done before, but I don't think that it's going to take out as much as you think relative to, a new person running a beast. I think that they're used to doing crazy volume, and they might just, once they get caught, they might just kind of coast it in and save it for the individual events to try to earn their points there.
I would love to think that that's what they're going to think, but they're going to get on that thing. And I'm telling you, it's the old plan until you get punched in the face. And then it's like, how the fuck do I get off this mountain?
That's all right. That is fair enough.
I mean, honestly, because like, isn't that how you feel a lot of the times on a beast or ultra beast?
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I totally got this. I've been training so well in that 15%. What the hell is this course? Since when? Yeah. That happens all the time. So
exactly. I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about this stuff.
Yeah, I personally think they're going to be okay, but they've never done an event like this, so we'll see. And I'm looking at the scoring table at the bottom. So only 2 women competing, right?
Right.
Are you aware of who they are?
I believe my article has them competing, but yes, it's Emma and Corinna.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't read the full thing for. Did it mention Corinna?
My article?
No,
they were added.
Oh, okay. It doesn't say it in there. I'm scrolling down, but.
They were added at the bottom of the original article.
Oh, okay. I guess I just missed that. But no, I did a control find and Corinna's not in there. Yeah, okay. It's all right. We mentioned it on the podcast. People need to listen to it that way.
Listen, go to the article called OCR CrossFit Tahoe Throwdown Challenge.
You mean the one on your homepage that's called that? Yeah.
Okay, and then keep scrolling to the very bottom.
Update on, yeah.
Okay. Tell me the last thing you see on the page.
On the page, watch Facebook live streams of this event, deadlift photo by Armin Hammer.
Okay. No, that's the article called, this event is called The Face Off. This is the original article with.
Okay. Got it. Oh I'm not looking at that. I was looking at the events. That one's that's more recent.
I said that 6 times. It's on the original article.
Okay, my bad. I misinterpreted.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Now people get to listen to us fight.
Like they didn't hear that earlier with the name that shall not be spoken. Are you putting him in your top 10?
Who's the name that shouldn't be spoken?
VJ. You heard our fight earlier.
Oh, that fight. Oh,
yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's a different fight. VJ makes my top 10.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's just do a couple more women. Name a couple.
Can we finish this workout conversation though?
Oh, I thought we were done. But
okay, we can move on. It's fine. There's nothing else I want to say about it.
Yeah, I think event 4 that lumberjack one with the deadlift.
Said that women get 1 point or no points.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be 2 points or 1 point?
Well, I mean, it's still a difference of 1 no matter what. It's really not going to affect anything in the long run. Because say that you win 2 straight events, it's either 4-2 or 2-0, and it's still a 2-point cap.
Nothing just sounds so sad.
Well, it is. You didn't win.
And you're still super fucking fit. You're still one of the fittest people.
Sixth place gets 0 also. Guess what? The team that wins or loses the Super Bowl gets 0 Super Bowl rings. It's the same deal. It's a 2-team thing or a 2-person thing. It doesn't really matter. You get 0 points if you didn't win.
Wait a minute. Okay, there was 8 places total. Okay, so back to the women.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, 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 Lindsay.
What do you think she's going to win by? Because I'm assuming you think she's going to win, or do you think Nicole's going to pull it off?
No, I think Lindsay's going to win.
Okay, last year.
I would never bet against Lindsay. I would bet, if somebody wants to bet me a large amount of money, I will bet it. I'll bet my children's cereal money on Lindsay winning.
I've heard based on how much your kids eat, that's a large sum of money.
No, but I'm saying, like,
Okay, so last year she ended up beating second place Rebecca by 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Will she beat second place by more or less than 4:13 this year?
That's a better question, by the way, than is the leader at mile 7.
I was mainly doing that. Well, I mean,
that's a better question.
She hasn't always led from the start.
But I'm saying that's a better question. Will Lindsay win by 5 minutes or more, plus or minus?
Yeah, I can't put that in because now all the other people who have voted in the past that, I can't make them rechange everything or go back. But
I'd say the over-under is 5 or 4.5 would be where I think Vegas would have to line it at over-under 4.5. Mm-hmm. And it honestly depends. If somebody's challenging her, then it'll be less. But if they're not, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but the question is yes or no. Like, it doesn't matter. Is she challenged? Do you think that she will?
I think she'll win by 4 minutes or more. How about that?
Well, 4:13 is the question. Because what if she wins by 4:10? Then she didn't end up covering the spread.
Well, 4:13 is
that was the difference last year. So I'm saying
I'll take the over.
Okay, so you think she's going to win by 4:14 or more?
Correct.
Okay, I agree.
What about 4:13 in 10 seconds?
4 minutes, 13 seconds, and 10 seconds. Okay. We'll see about that.
You're saying, forget it, dude.
You just said 4:13 and 10 seconds. Listen to that out loud, Matt.
Do you see what happens when I do a podcast?
No. Do you see what happens when you discuss math? Have you heard your entire Davis and Chase this whole year, with all your arithmetic skills? I know math isn't your strongest thing. I should just call you Mathby Davis instead of Mappy Davis, but we'll see.
That's genius.
It should, yeah. Just thought of that right now. But anyway, let's get back to a couple more people. Just for reiteration, in case you didn't hear the other one, Susanna, or the men's preview in the morning, Susanna is pregnant. So if you voted for her, that was a mistake. Change your vote. She's not going to be running Tahoe 8 months.
Okay, here's my question for you. Okay. Mm-hmm. There's one particular woman we've counted out multiple times, mm-hmm. and she has come back from near irrelevance time and time again to prove she's still in the game. Where do you place one Rose Wetzel?
That's a tough question. Because she ended up getting I think it was 16th last year.
Right.
And that was her first year back, full training cycle back in it. And she got 5th here, though, in 2016. And she could have got 4th if she was about 30 seconds faster. So she's clearly able to run at elevation. She's run here well before, but the sport's a lot different than 3 years ago. I still think Lindsay, Rebecca, and Nicole are on a different level. Faye's going to bring it because she always does a Tahoe. And Miriam is probably on another level as well. I think that she's going to round out the top 5. Rhea, I'm assuming she's going to recover because she recovers like anybody. So that basically takes up 7 spaces. Alyssa's not here. So that's just going to open things up. So I think I would put Rose probably in that 7 to 10 range. I think
but if she ends up getting 5th, you can't be surprised anymore. You'd be like, holy shit, she had the race of her life. She finished 5th.
No, I don't. And I mean, just based on what Tim says, she should get 5th or so.
Well, right? we can't if we can't go based on family members rooting for people. That's not really.
Well, I mean, she's got 5th here before.
No, but
so it's not like it's a.
I'm saying that a safe bet would be somewhere in the top 10. But that's what I'm saying. She has continually, we've counted her out, and she's continually finished stronger than we thought. And so, you could put her in 5 to 7 would be a huge win for her. 5 would be a huge win.
I would say if she gets top 7, I would be or top 6, I'd be very surprised. But if she falls somewhere in that 7 to 10 range, it wouldn't surprise me. I think that she's definitely fit enough. And I saw some posts earlier that it looked like she was referring to Hobie training or something over recently. So if that's the case, then that's pretty good news. But I still think there are a couple names that Amanda Nadeau, I think that she definitely can play spoiler. And Leanne, like we mentioned earlier, I think that they could, be neck and neck with Rose in this. But
here's what's super interesting, because I was thinking there's nobody really older than her. But interestingly enough, Susanna's 3 years older, not racing this year.
Miriam's 40.
Miriam is. Yeah. Sarah Woodward is. This is crazy. I didn't realize that we know that the men can skew older and it'd be okay, but wow, that's a lot of older women.
Did you know that? So Hobie, when he won the World Championship 2016, he was 39 years old. Cody Boat, 39 years old when he won in 2017. And then Zuzana last year was her year when she was 39, and of course she didn't keep the streak going, unfortunately. But there was a little pattern for a while that 39 seemed to be like that magic number. That's Killian in 2 years, so maybe 2021 could be Killian's year.
Lindsay just turned 30. Rebecca's 26. Faye is 29. Ray is 27, 28. Like 28 to 32 is like isn't that the sweet spot?
I hope so, because I just turned 30. So not that I'm fighting for this type of contention, but yeah.
How old was Amelia when she won the world championship?
Was she mid-30s right now?
She must have been 28, 29.
I was going to say she was probably late 20s at that point. Yeah, six years ago, 2013. So yeah, I'm assuming she was probably, in the 27 to 29 range then.
Right.
Yeah, it is kind of miraculous, but like that really. But what happens when they switch it from Tahoe? Because that's kind of the rumor. Would you be? I should have put a bet. Do you think this is the last year at Tahoe? Also,
we all pray it will be the last year.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be.
I would bet it is. That's my guess.
Well, I know what one of our friends thinks, and told me, and I said there's no way. So
okay.
And I know he's positive of that, but there's no way. We'll just say that it's been hinted that it might not be in America, and if it is not in America, it's definitely not going to be.
Let's end this conversation here. It would be shocking if that. I should put out a poll after this. Fill in the blank. Where do you think it is? I guarantee you 0 places will end up at that location that we are secretly discussing.
Nobody will pick that place.
No one is going to pick that.
But do you think it could go there?
If Jill wants to make it happen, I think it could. And honestly, I would put it at 50% odds that it will happen.
I'm going to say
the listeners must be like, shh, I hate you right now. Just tell me where it is. But I'm not.
Sorry, guys.
This is sworn to secrecy right now.
I'm going to say 90-10 Tahoe, and the 10 I still don't think is
blank.
Out of the blank area. I'm going to say not even out of the country. How about that?
Okay.
I think 10% is it's fucking Killington or somewhere else, or somewhere else in California.
Okay.
Maybe go back to Texas to the old Glen Rose fucking beast.
Barf. No, that's all right. Yeah.
Aren't you from Texas?
No, I'm New Hampshire. And I lived in Texas for 5 years, but New Hampshire roots. I'm the second podcast guy you talk with who's has lived in New Hampshire with Josh Chase. So special. He was in Hudson though, which is where one of my old roommates was from there though.
He still is. He still is from there.
Oh, he still lives in Hudson. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, he's in his top secret bunker that you mention every single time. So
that's just
start episodes.
I'm trying to keep it. I'm really listen more than anything. I'm glad you listen. That's all that matters to me.
I'm the only listener that matters, I guess.
Well, no, that people seriously. That's like listen. People are listening, and that's what's important.
We're not fast forwarding. Yeah, I got you. It's entertaining.
Are you, as opposed to CBD ads? People, the word on the streets that people hate CBD ads.
I can't imagine why. Jesus, please. I know you've got to feed your kids. They eat a lot of cereal. I was a kid once. I ate a lot of cereal. My parents never ended up getting a CBD ad so that they could take my cereal.
Oh my God.
So please, Matt, you're better than that. Like I'm sure realistically the science is that. Wait, now I'm talking about it. No, we're done. We're going back to Tahoe.
Okay, I wanna end this. Because honestly, I'm fading fast.
That's fine.
I have a question.
Can I give you a couple numbers just to?
Can I ask you a question first?
Sure.
Will Jack Bauer race the U.S. Series in 2020, the Stadium Series in 2020, Tahoe 2020? Which of those three will you race next year?
Tahoe 2020 would be very Tahoe dependent.
Okay.
Let's be real. But I'm actually going – I got tickets to the Olympics, so my vacation time is going to be really limited next year. So most likely, if I was to do one of them, I would probably end up doing the Stadium Series just because I have friends in most of the major cities that they end up having. So that kind of saves me on travel costs and needing a hotel and stuff. And I just kind of like the shorter stuff. But I would like to do a U.S. Series, but realistically, it all depends on how much vacation time I have and how my budget's working out then.
Are you going to the summer or winter games?
Summer, Tokyo.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so short story, they ended up going on sale like a month ago to US people. They were available to citizens of Japan and some other nearby countries for maybe a month in advance. And then there was like a queue. They're like, all right, enter the queue. I loaded the tab in the background like at 11:30. They went on sale at 12. I was number like 111. At 12 o'clock on the dot, there were over 30,000 people in line. And they sold out like less than 10 minutes after I got it. I got so lucky. Almost every single event prior to that was already sold out. So I got a couple of actually pretty solid events, but I was messaging like Bracken and Yancey, and I'm like, hey, which one? You know, these are my 5 favorites. They're like, oh yeah, I'd go this one first, and then you should probably buy this one. And there were like none of those available. So I was like, I'm taking whatever I get, and I'm going. So
can't you just go to StubHub?
Yeah, and pay like $4,000 on the aftermarket. No thanks. I got these for like, they were like $75 each. I mean, it's more for the experience, and I'm going to use airline miles to get over there, so I don't have to really worry about the out-of-pocket costs, but it's still like really limited amount of selection available at the time.
All right, dude, I got my brain honestly is like literally shutting down. We got
That's fine. Cool. Just real quick, Lynn, were you going to pick Albin or Johnny for the win?
I'm not telling you.
You have to. You said you publicly revealed your top 3 earlier today, and you said you'd announce it after you fixed it, knowing that Johnny's in there.
Oh, Albin is going to win.
Okay. All right. We're in agreement with that, and then Johnny second.
Not on my picks, but okay.
All right. We'll see it. And so will the world when I make your picks and mine publicly available after Tahoe.
All right, dude. I got to go.
I'm dying. See you, Matt. Okay. Bye.